Top of the morning to you. It's Monday. This week I'm giving away the Smith & Wesson throwing knives, pack of 3. Right there. You're going to like them. Who doesn't like throwing stuff? Doesn't even have to be knives. It could be axes, it could be whatever. I'm not sure what I want to talk about today, to be honest with you. Just kind of want to pull up a stool. Cut the fat. It's Monday. So I can be kind of a moody dude. I have my days. I have my moments. You know, you can just watch my videos and you can see or you can tell that I go in and out. I fluctuate in and out of moods. You may even think I got split personalities. Maybe I do. I don't even know. But it's me. I'm me. It's what you get. You get something different probably every week. I guess Monday, let's Monday kind of reflect on, let me reflect on just whatever happened through the weekend, last week, that kind of stuff. Purge it all and get ready to roll into this week that's going to be happening. Big thing, UFC fights. They were pretty eventful. There was some good stuff. We had a big upset. I don't want to say it's a big upset because I was going in rooting for Sean Strickland and I kind of thought he had a good chance to win, but not the best. Because Izzy was pretty tough. He's pretty slick. He was kind of like the John Jones of his weight class, if you ask me. But we found out Sean Strickland had his number. He had his number mentally and physically. Yes, I think he played a good tactical game of taking Izzy off his feet. Literally. Damn near took the fight in the first round, but it went 5. Enough about that, because I don't know how many of you all are fight fans when it gets down to it. I kind of am. I go in and out of it, though. There's just times where I get annoyed by it. And I watched this video, and I've been watching this guy right here. He's an Irish guy, and it's Red Pill MMA. So if you watch UFC and you watch MMA at all, you might want to check him out because he is good. He finds stuff that I didn't even realize was happening, or it was happening and I realized it, but I didn't realize it. You know, it was like subconscious crap. But right now, if you know anything about Sean Strickland, he's a white guy. He had an incredibly tough childhood, and he went down some wrong paths. And some of those wrong paths were, as much as I hate to say it, because I am a fan of him, but it's because I believe people can change. But he ran with some white supremacy things earlier in his age when he was really young. A lot of street fights, a lot of trouble, a little bit of crime, that kind of stuff. But he found the MMA community, and the MMA community embraced him, and he was good at it, and he kind of changed his ways. And I don't want to say kind of, he changed his ways because he trains with all sorts of people, all different races of people. And you can see him interacting with these people, and you can see a genuine consideration for them now that he probably wouldn't have had when he was younger and dumb, and he was full of hate and anger. But this is the thing I'm getting at, maybe that's important to maybe talk about, is that just what a detriment cancel culture can be when somebody says or does something once, even maybe twice, but once, and they do something wrong, and then everybody just wants to end that person, end their career, end their life, end everything because they made a mistake. They don't want to try to let that person counter back. They don't want to let that person recover. They don't want to let that person truly be apologetic, have sorrow for what they have done, and make change themselves for the better, be better people, because that's what Sean Strickland, I believe he did. When I watch him now, I still see a wild man. I still see an edgy dude. And he still says some things that are somewhat whatever, but you know what? He's a real dude. We're all real. We all have hatred in us. We all have angers. We all have things that aren't politically correct. We say things that aren't always right. We just do. So, why do we feel like all the people that we watch on television need to actually be perfect? Maybe we do need to see people like Sean Strickland out there wearing his ass as a hat sometimes. Maybe we need to see that. Because, the funny thing right now is the UFC, and I contribute whatever I'm going to say to this guy right here, Red Pill MMA, because he woke me up. I'm not that original on this thought, that's for sure. But right now, Dana White and the UFC are upset. And now you even have Izzy coming out and he's going to start saying stupid stuff because he's kind of a dumbass too. And you're going to find out that Izzy is all the things that people thought Sean Strickland was. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of racist, maybe a little bit stupid, maybe a little bit ignorant, maybe a little bit creepy, maybe a little bit of whatever. Yeah. And now he's going to deflect because he's been exposed. He got exposed by Sean Strickland. Yeah. Look into Izzy. It's Adesanya. I'll put him right here. It's this dude right here. That's his full name. And I don't hate him. So I'm not here to hate on him at all. Because I kind of liked him going into this. And then I learned that, I'm not a fan. Let's just say that. But the funny thing is now he's coming out and he's saying, if it wasn't for me, Sean Strickland wouldn't have had this fight. He owes everything to me, blah, 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 all this crap. How do you say that on the wake of getting your ass whooped by that same guy? That's stupid. But the big thing is right now is UFC and him and whatever, they're trying to declassify Sean Strickland. They're like he's not a good champion. Chael Sonnen, that guy's a doofus. So you got Chael Sonnen, he's out there. He's got a big platform in the UFC where he's got his channel and he talks and talks and talks and talks and that's all he does. He was the guy's basically WWE professional wrestler of UFC. He pretty much brought talking crap to UFC and self promotion and all that crap because he was good. He was pretty tough, but he was also an idiot. He was just a weirdo, and he still is. And now he just has a weird take on things, and he wants to he's kind of like downsizing Strickland as though he's not qualified to be a champion. He's not qualified to be the face of the UFC in that weight class. What is he trying to? I don't get it. UFC, these top UFC people, because you have like Chael Sonnen and those guys, Bisping, they're the gatekeepers of the UFC right now. And they do a lot of the, the talking. They're the talking heads. And they're telling people how to think. Don't watch them if you don't want to think like an idiot. I don't want to say that bad about Bisping, but Chael, he's a moron. Now, what they're getting at is they're like saying like, oh, because Sean Strickland just says how he thinks and just says stupid stuff, or he's kind of rude, or he's not politically correct. I think it's stupid. But the big thing though is how the UFC wants to get up on their high horse and they want to act like they've just had some of the best champions in the world, and these champions have just been advocates of greatness and good and everything that's just perfect in this world. Wrong. Wrong. We're talking recent champions have been scumbags. We've got a couple in place. One just got dethroned, which is Izzy. Look into him. He's a creep. He says some really stupid stuff all the time. Sugar Shane him out. I thought I was gonna be a fan of him, and I'm not. I think he's a weirdo. But then he's a freaking weirdo. And he says some strange, weird stuff. So he's a goof. Then you got John Jones. I'm a big John Jones fan. I'm not in favor of some of the stuff he did in his lifestyle, and the fact that he threw away a lot of great things because he wanted to smoke some dope or do some cocaine or whatever the heck he did. But he's not apologetic about it. He's said really awful things when he was champion. So there's him. Go down the line. There's so many UFC champs that were not suitable in the eyes of the UFC right now that they're putting Sean Strickland under such scrutiny. It's hypocritical. It's actually so annoying. It makes me want to make this video and talk about it. The hypocrisy is real. It's live in America, everywhere. But America, really bad. It's really bad, specifically in our politics. But let's just keep it to UFC on this video, and let's make it clear. Sean Strickland's going to be 10 times the champion any of those guys are going to be. You watch. Even if he gets beaten in the next fight, he's going to have some tough fights. His rematch alone is going to be tough because Izzy's no slouch. You know, Izzy got beat with mental, physical warfare by Sean Strickland. And he's going to come back stronger if he comes back. Now, he's not handling things great now. He didn't even go to the press conference hardly. He was there. He said, pause. Let me pause this. I'm bringing in my manager because I don't want to talk because I'm a chicken shit. And I'm going to have my manager who's going to come in and he's going to answer your questions because I'm a weak person when it gets down to character. Yeah. And now he just wants to talk crap in hindsight on Strickland. So I really, really, really can't wait for that rematch. And I really can't wait for Strickland to whoop his butt. Just whoop his butt. End him. End his career. Then he's going to have to fight Duplexis. If I think I'm saying that right. That guy seems like a robot. Like a rock'em sock'em fighting robot. He's scary. And then there's, shoot, who else? He's got a tough class. That's a tough weight class. He's got 3 or 4 standing in line. I can't see him staying champion for 4 of the next 4 bouts that he's going to probably have to take on. Maybe 2. Shit, I could see him getting beat the next fight. He could see it too because he's honest about it. And he calls it the man dance. I love that. Fighting, the man dance. It really is too. But let's root for Sean Strickland. Let's root for Sean Strickland because let's root for the fact that people can change. People can grow up, have tough lives, go down the wrong paths, get off that path and get on a better path and change themselves and be a better person and look back and say, yeah, I'm not proud of that. That's what I was and that's what I chose at that time. And I'll never choose it again because I know better now. And that's what Sean Strickland's done. And we can all do that. We can all be that.